Hello everyone and welcome back and happy Friday. We are going to be just reviewing really quickly all the key concepts for chapter 16.1 and 16.2 before you take your quiz. Remember, the quiz is posted on www.pearsonrealize.com and you can take that whenever you get through the chapter material. Remember, it's also open note, open book, open workbook, textbook, just not open friend. All right, on Monday and Tuesday, you should have covered lesson 1, which was 16.1, our dynamic climate. So here we learn the heating of the Earth's atmosphere by the sun is influenced by the greenhouse effect, latitude, and sunspot cycles. We learned the greenhouse effect is a natural process in which certain gases in the atmosphere trap heat near Earth. In general, the farther a place is from the equator, the cooler the climate is. We learned that winds distribute heat and moisture globally, that global wind patterns are caused in part by air rising above the equator and air sinking at the poles, and that winds move moisture from one location to another. Next, we learned that oceans affect climate by transporting heat and absorbing carbon dioxide. And lastly, in the first lesson, we learned global climate may be affected by factors such as topography, volcanic eruptions, regional vegetation, and changes in Earth's orbit. Listed below, you also see the appropriate vocabulary terms you should remember from this lesson. Review of Lesson 2, Chapter 16.2, Climate Change. In this lesson, we saw evidence of global climate change, which included rising atmospheric temperatures, precipitation trends, melting of glaciers and polar ice, and rising sea levels. We also learned that scientists study climate change by taking direct measurements, inferring past climate characteristics, and using models to predict future trends. And lastly, in this section, we learned that evidence indicates that global warming has been caused largely by the increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. Again, below you see the appropriate vocab terms, so if you don't recognize them, make sure that you go back in the PowerPoint, go in your textbook, or go back in your workbook and review what you've written in there. All right. So just to conclude, the work that's due today, Friday, is you should have completed and submitted on Pearson the extended reading, Sinking Mandu, the Maldives Warns of Global Warming Dangers. You should have also completed on Pearson the graphic, atmospheric carbon dioxide and temperature change. And then you should complete the quiz, which covers 16.1 and 16.2. Guys, remember to receive full credit for all of your work. I need you to keep all of your completed work. So if you do not have your workbook, you should be printing off the classwork worksheets off of the Pearson website, completing them and keeping them in a folder or binder. They must be, all of your work must be available upon request to be graded when we return to school or at the end of the year. All right, guys, that's it for this week. Have a good weekend. Bye.